We are going to watch Secret Eaters. This is Season 2, Episode 5, Season 2. That's what the title says. I'm very excited. These are always very eye-opening because the people on these shows never think they're eating that much. And it really puts it into perspective, you know.
I've come to Leicester to meet a couple who have no idea why they're getting fatter. They're both convinced they eat healthily and are baffled by their bulges.
It does seem unfair. It is upsetting as well, especially because the people around me are eating what I'm eating. They're a size
No, they're
zero,
not, Queen.
and I just seem to be putting it all on.
No.
Yes,
Science. Saying things like, I have friends who eat the same as me and they're not this weight. Bitch, you don't fucking know what your friends eat to the T unless you're sitting there and sniffing all their food before they take it in every 5 seconds. It doesn't make sense science-wise to say that you are eating the same as somebody who's a size 0. Like, it's just like the calories don't add up. I couldn't get fat even if I wanted to. That's because there's only so much food that you're used to eating. If you started eating the amount of calories that these people did and truly ate these calories, because I don't think people even understand how many calories this is, you would be this fat. I promise you. Listen, your metabolisms aren't that vastly different. There's like very little deficit where, like, yes, sure, you could have an extra like maybe 10 pounds on someone else who's eating the same as you, depending on like how much your body decides to store fat or like how much your resting burn rate is. But you can't, the difference between this girl who's size like 12 versus a size 0 female, that's not metabolism. It's easier to stay fat once you get fat, and it's easier to stay skinny once you get skinny. It's a very hard battle to lose weight once you become overweight because, yes, your body in general is just like it's having a harder time burning fat in general. Things slow down. You have issues releasing certain hormones that are meant to help you out. You have a hard time having the hormones that are released to tell you to stop eating, etc. I'm not saying it's easy once you get to this weight, but trust me, no one's resting metabolism is 4,000 fucking calories unless you are morbidly obese, in which case then it probably would be. It's more about the types of food and less how many calories. No, that's completely the opposite. It is all about the calories and not the types of food you eat. I mean, obviously, like, you need your protein and your fats and your carbs, but, like, if you're eating 4,000 calories when your body only needs 2,000 and you're eating 4,000 calories worth of chicken, like chicken breast, you're still going to become fat. Counting calories and actually sticking to limits is so hard. I've been trying to limit myself to under 1,000 a day. That's bad. That's gonna fuck you, dude. That's not good. You need to be at least eating 1,500, 1,400. I'm not gonna make you, but like you should be looking to eat 1,400. What happens is if you're having like low calorie days and you're still like a higher weight than you'd like to be, what's actually happening is you're having a couple of low calorie days and then you're binge eating for a period of time, and so your overall caloric deficit is actually taken away by a binge session or a couple of binge sessions that can totally ruin the deficit that you've been in up to that point. I found that it's very hard for us to be honest about what we're putting in our bodies. I'm not an exception. The amount of times I've messaged Artie and I've been like, I am a fat piece of shit. I'm eating too much. I'm disgusting. I'm getting bigger. And Artie's like, what are you fucking talking about? Like, measure yourself. And I'll measure myself. And he's like, you've gained no inches in your waist. You can't rely on yourself. You need, like, data. You need shit. You need, like, to write your shit down and reference your shit. Cut small things out. Like, eat like how you want, but cut small things out and continue to do that and continue to replace things and eat a little bit healthier. If this is for somebody who doesn't want to count calories, you know, small cuts that are very doable, that you won't miss very much. And you just keep doing that, you know, over time, you know, keep doing it. And eventually, there you go.
Traditional Indian food, it is quite heavy with the ghee and with the oil, isn't it?
We never use ghee at all. It's always sunflower oil.
Yeah, well, that doesn't make it much better.
Or if I'm cooking, it's olive oil.
Okay.
See, that's okay. Wow. This is capitalism, and I hate it. Selling this shit as if it's healthier or any better to be eating fat from an olive or fat from a sunflower versus fat of a duck. It's all fat. It's all fat. It's all nasty, nasty, nasty fat with high calories. It's fucking the same shit. Just because it comes from an olive's asshole doesn't make it any better. Okay? Saturated versus unsaturated is a little bit different. Saturated fats, they have more bonds and they're harder for the body to break. They're more stubborn to burn. But I mean, just from like a calorie standpoint, like, it's still a fuck ton of calories.
So you reckon you're 13 and a half?
Yes.
On your gap.
I'm scared for her. I don't want her to weigh more for her own brain.
14.2.
Next up, it's Mittel.
You're 19.11. So you've put on nearly
a stone.
You know that you're being watched 24/7. I need you to eat normally. You were saying I'm absolutely on top of the fact that I like to eat healthy fat. There is a question mark over what you are using and the fact that you think it's healthy.
Yeah.
Just take a look at this.
A key component of which is his cheese sauce. Made with a whole block of cheese.
Do you know how many calories that is? That's a lot of calories. That is like... That's a lot. That's a lot.
What is that?
Woo! My man.
Little, is that like a knob of...
My man. Oh my god. He already poured olive oil in there and he's about to attack it with a fucking whole cup of butter.
Mittel pours on his cheese sauce.
Oh my fucking god.
That is a lot of cheese sauce. I think a bit too much.
And keeps pouring. And pouring. In the end, over a litre of cheese sauce goes onto the moussaka.
Would it surprise you to hear that just in the cheese sauce alone, there were around 2,000 calories?
It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise us, would it? Because we are smart. We know this. We're not surprised. Good for us.
Hettel's in-house master chef is preparing a special blended breakfast for them both. Filled with good stuff like milk and oats.
Yep. Give it to me.
And more good stuff like peanut butter.
Ooh,
Chocolate spread.
Ooh. Nope. Okay, we're starting to...
honey.
Nope. Oh, no. We are really... Wait, there was no protein powder in there. Where'd the protein powder go?
At the
What?
supermarket with Mittel.
They just drank milk and chocolate paste.
On the hut.
They're going through the steps of a healthy person, but not eating the healthy things, and I think they're kind of tricking themselves.
That meal came to around 1,900 calories.
That's my calorie intake for the day.
Before we filmed you, you said you were eating around about 1,000 calories. You were actually eating around 3,900 calories a day. But during filming, you were actually eating 4,700 calories a day.
Whoa, they actually don't have that much of a deficit between each other.
You're both eating double the amount you should be, which is why you're double the size you should be.
Woo! My wig! Lady! You don't need to go for their wigs like that. The man's already bald. Hello? Oh my god. That was so... Holy shit. Just fucking absolutely obliterated them and didn't even flinch doing it. Wannabe is basically a stick, and even then I'll be miserable. But you be a stick quicker if you... You shouldn't want to be a stick. You want to be a thick. T-H-I-C-C. Thick. You want to crush boys with your thighs, Strawbebo. And women, maybe.